Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
We should let Ray play DJ at some point. What do you think?
You want to spin the tunes, Ray?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Ray
How
Bentley.
do you do it?
Yeah, we don't know.
Don't ask us.
Ray Bentley's in studio with us. The book is Driftwood, and you mentioned, tell everybody the details on the event in Holland again for Saturday.
Okay, I will be over there in Holland at the Doubletree Hotel, 24th and 31, US 31.
Yep.
It's a sports card show. This is like the 18th year that they've done this on the Saturday prior to the Super Bowl, right there at that same spot. So
Probably all sorts of memorabilia and everything
because
else.
of the special, 18th anniversary, they brought me in.
Right.
And I'm going to be signing copies of Driftwood.
Okay.
Because you still look like you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I act
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
anyway.
Right? Right?
Oh,
As
yeah.
often as I can.
Yep.
So I'll be out there from 10 to 1 tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be in Traverse City at Horizon Books from 4 to 6. And Friday, I'm in Cadillac at Horizon Books from 2 to 5. And then Saturday, I go to Detroit, Mount Clemens. They got this big old sports card show at the Gibraltar, what is it? Gibraltar Trade Center. I got
Nice.
my agent with me.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And my muscle, too.
You doing
Pushing
any
you around.
radio in those
Yeah.
towns up north? You doing any promotion?
I'm
up
trying
there?
to. I got some calls in.
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't call me back. I don't get that.
The hell?
Don't they
Who
realize
loves you
who
the
I
most?
am?
Who loves you the
You
most?
guys. You guys do. And that's
That's
a
a great
sad,
relationship.
sad statement.
Yes, it is.
People say
If
that
I
if
must
we're your
say.
best friends, you don't have any friends. That's a real
Imagine
bummer.
the enemies.
Yeah, right? So signing day was this week, and we were talking off the air that, like, Ray, when you chose to go to CMU, it wasn't like no one was pulling out the 8mm camera and saying, all right, we got to get this on tape. Which hat you going to put on?
No,
But it's grown quite a bit.
it has.
Did you enjoy the spectacle
And
this
I
week?
don't. I hate it. And here's why. You got these kids that are coming into a college where they have not pissed a drop. They have not gone to a class. They haven't taken a snap. They haven't done a practice. And they get all this adulation. They get all these, like Harbaugh brought out every celebrity he thought he ever knew.
Right.
And they all get blown up to this, high, position of honor that they have not earned.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. Now, you could say they earned it from what they did in high school, but they're not being honored by their high school.
Right.
Right.
They're being honored by a school that's bringing them in. And little do they know that they've got their asses now, because those guys are going to want to go home in about a week and a half or so.
Yeah. Soon as it gets real, the
gets
same
real,
people that
you
are
start,
having a press conference
yeah.
for them are going to work as hard as they can to humble them.
Yes.
Based on what
It's gonna
you
be
know
wonderful.
about the business that you made a living in, what percentage of 5-star athletes are actually getting paid dollars to go to their schools? Can you throw any number out that might be worthy of?
I mean, I've heard the
discussion?
same thing. I have never actually spoken to a person who admitted that they got a certain amount of money from a school. You hear rumors and things like that. I've never met anybody who got
Wow.
anything.
What about like?
But I
anything?
live north of the Mason-Dixon line, so that doesn't help.
It probably is.
Maybe a little less.
I believe. I've read a lot of books.
Like this
and
kid who was going to
It
Michigan.
happens, believe me.
This kid who's going to Michigan.
The
I mean,
kicker?
no.
Or the number one? The
number
Not the
one.
kicker.
Gary kid.
Yeah.
The kid.
Rashawn
The
Gary?
kid from New
Yeah.
Jersey.
Right.
I wonder if that happens on a regular basis.
I wish I had some good dirt to share
Yeah.
with you. I do not. I'm not aware of any of it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever
It's
paid
probably
me
best. It's probably
back
good.
in the day.
Yeah. Would have been nice, wouldn't it?
No, I had to steal.
How about this? Did you ever get to take those types of tests that they gave the kids in North Carolina?
What test?
Or
Oh,
was
like-
I'm
that
not familiar with it.
Like at North Carolina, they had that academic scandal where they were trying to keep people eligible. So the
yeah,
test was
yeah.
like,
I
do
got
you
you.
have a
did Rosa-
dorm room? Yes. Okay,
what did
good.
Rosa
That's-
Parks do?
Yeah.
They wouldn't get that.
I'm guessing
got
there
it
wasn't
wrong.
any
Stole
of
a
that.
seat on a bus, right?
Right?
Yeah.
You know what? I know we had a lot. There were helps. I've seen. Let me put it this way: I've seen some corruption in that regard. Guys have gotten help in
Yeah.
schoolwork. I've seen some of that.
Yeah.
I've actually done some of that. I had some really.
You helped out some people?
Well,
You're a good writer.
I had a couple of classes with a roommate who, we got a B.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
bet
sat
that's-
between my
you know what?
wife
I don't
and,
think that's uncommon
No.
for people who aren't athletes, frankly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Where
everybody likes to
where
help each other out.
Yeah, whereas your buddy's
Yeah.
going to fail.
Yep.
You know, it's different when it's organized and the coach says, "All right, take this class, and this counselor is going to
Yeah.
make sure that."
And here are all the results.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get any of those classes.
Calvin Johnson's retiring. Is that
Is
true,
he?
true or false?
I say false.
You think he's coming back? You think he's coming back to Detroit?
Needed to feel a little love. I don't, unless Detroit trades him, and I don't think they'll do that. I don't. I think he's coming back to Detroit, and I think he'll play for sure 1 and if not 2 more years.
Is he worth it at his age?
At $16 million a year, I'm thinking they'll do a similar deal that Larry Fitzgerald did when he came back to Arizona, and by the way, had a career year this past year.
Yeah.
He did a 2-year deal for $12 per. I think they're going to point that out to Calvin and try to make that happen. And I think, when you're done with a season, I retired after every season. I retired. No way I'm going to put myself through this again.
Because you feel your body's beat up and wrecked.
You're ruined. So after about a month, you start to feel normal again. You're like, man, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I got another one left in me.
Got a short memory.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he'll come back. I really do. And I do not think or compare this to the Barry Sanders situation at all. I think Barry, and there were enough signs you could tell he was a little disgruntled. And
he just had enough.
Yeah, it was enough already. I haven't gotten that from Calvin Johnson. I haven't sensed that. Have you guys? I never.
He's very, very quiet and respectful. So was Sanders.
So was Sanders, but it's more of a body language kind of the when
Calvin
attitude permeates off of him.
Right. Calvin has done everything right the entire time. Like I don't think he's had a misstep that people could step back and go, man, what was that guy thinking at that moment? He's always been.
He never sat on a trainer's face or anything like that. Back in college.
No. Yeah, earlier we were talking about the alleged Peyton Manning activity.
Yeah, that wasn't sexual assault. That was a locker room goof. Guys, Guys sit on each other's faces in the locker room all the time.
Come on, women's faces in the locker room.
I don't
know, Ray. I'm going to distance myself.
I don't know that people have to. I don't know if people pay that many settlements for goofs.
Those are called shenanigans.
Yeah,
horseplay.
It was horseplay.
Yes,
yeah, that's the word.
I'm sure that was the argument used at the time.
Probably.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ray Bentley with us. So who's going to be the team in the Big Ten next year? Going way forward, because
I think Michigan is on a collision course with a national championship. I have great respect for Jim Harbaugh, and it hurts me because I am a Spartan. My dad played for Duffy Daugherty at Michigan State, and I bleed green and white in that regard. But I just have a lot of respect for Jim Harbaugh and the way he goes about his business and does things.
They got so much better this year.
Oh, he got everything out of him, and he'll continue to do so. Guys will die for him, and that's the difference.
Look at the last 5 games by Jake Rudock compared to his last 5 games at Iowa. And I know he's a year older, but he went from being a guy they couldn't wait to ship out of town to a guy that was playing great football the last 5 games.
So
that's leadership, and that's saying the right things at the right time to the people who look up to you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
also the way he says it and what he says.
And the timing of it. He knows when to put the boots to asses, and he knows when to, kiss you on the cheek. He's a master motivator. He gets you to do things you didn't believe you could do.
You think he's a lifer? You think he's I want to get back to the pros?
No, I do. I think he's right where he wants to be. And the stuff I've read, the reason he didn't go to Michigan prior or sooner is he wasn't feeling the love.
Right.
Well, he's feeling
they had
it now.
had that tiff when he had disputed their academic qualifications, and people at the university got mad at him.
Kind of a lukewarm, approach to him before they brought in Hoke.
Yeah.
It was possible, but he was turned off by it.
What's there not to like, though? I mean, when you're in San Francisco, he wore out his welcome there. How does it work? That does? How does it affect those players?
When you try Harbaugh's tactics in the NFL, I think they can be effective in the short term, but grown-ass men don't like to be manipulated like that. And once they catch on to it and you show any little cracks of inconsistency with it, that's all they need, and the downturn starts. The bad mouth.
Is that right?
I don't think you get that from a college-age kid. I think that they're young enough, and they don't feel like they know everything at that point just yet, that they're willing to hang in there with the coach and suffer these abuses and the things that they put on them for the good times at the back end. And I don't think college kids will become as disenchanted or disenfranchised as the NFL guys do. And I think that's what happened. He kind of just wore out his welcome. Guys got sick of it.
Especially once the front office shows them the door opening a little bit by having a dispute. And you're like, oh, maybe we don't have to listen to this guy.
Exactly.
That's pretty
it
tough.
Just got undermined a little bit.
A couple things we need to wrap up. First, follow Ray on Twitter at Rentley 50. Rentley 50. That'll give you updates on all of the appearances that Ray will make anywhere throughout the state of Michigan. And, of course, you can get Driftwood just about everywhere. In Grand Rapids, you can get it almost everywhere. And it's available on Amazon and everywhere else.
That's right.
And you're working on more.
5countpub.com is really the
That's
treasure
the
trove.
first spot?
That's the publisher's website that has anything and everything A to Z.
A couple other things we got to take care of. One, we mentioned the Team Blair fundraiser that I'll be emceeing later on, and we asked if any listeners would consider donating, and they had already gotten a lot of business donations anyway on their own, but 3 different listener businesses stepped forward and did it just out of the goodness of their heart, and I just wanted to thank them. Distinctive Landscaping based in Walker, Massage Envy in Granville, and Leadfoot Muscle Cars in Holland all donated goods or services and stuff to Team Blair, and so that's spectacular. That was very generous, and we really appreciate it. We also got to get our judge for Monster Jam. The names are in the bag. Zane's going to draw one out in the DTZ bag, and that person will be a judge for Monster Jam at Van Andel on March 5th.
Were you here when we pointed out that Lindsay made this bag?
Yes.
I was going to say, that's a cute bag.
Lindsay
That's
made
right.
the bag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lindsay's our guest.
By the way, and we still use it. That would have been a real bummer if you came in and it was like,
Yeah, where's my bag?
Yeah. Like
It had poo on it.
This morning was the day we decided to throw it away.
Yeah.
It's just
The
Stand it in
pride
the
of
corner.
Comstock Park, Michigan is Carrie Pullen. Carrie is in.
I almost forgot. Are we going to arm wrestle? We talked
yeah.
about
Oh, I've retired.
Joe wants to arm wrestle you, Ray.
Yeah.
My man
Well-
over there will arm wrestle Joe.
Jake.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Joe says he'll take all comers.
yeah,
so
that's the thing is
I'm
we-
not sure that's what he meant.
Yeah,
though.
we were talking- what do you
He
mean,
might have
comers?
meant that in a different way.
Where do we line up?
Zane thought it would take more than one person to arm wrestle you
Well, yeah.
to
Now
win.
In the day.
That being said, I'm not sure how you line up more than one person to arm wrestle another one.
Yeah.
The
Gather
logistics
around.
of that physically are a little difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Ray, good to see you.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Go see Ray in
Always a
Holland
pleasure.
tomorrow. Follow him on Twitter. That's all for us. It's Faith No More, Epic 97.9 GRD Rocks.